Trouble lurks in the darkened alleyways of Little Onderon. Criminals from an extinct organization try to make a name for themselves. Some people are always looking for a fight. Welcome to Coruscant Nights. We last saw Maryl Katunka, a Caloran implicated in the murder of a senator, sitting in Marnik's bar. She investigates doctored footage on a stolen datapad as we hear bootsteps approaching from behind. You hear bootsteps on the floor of this bar coming up behind you. Somebody says, "Hey!"
I tense up as I hear the footsteps, because I know they're coming for me.
"Where'd you get that jacket?"
"What's it to you?" And I slowly turn around, repulsor fist at the ready.
You slowly turn around to see 3 people wearing that same jacket.
Uh-oh. I'm assuming this belonged to a friend of yours?
Multiple friends.
Well, I was just a little cold, and I saw it huddled up in an abandoned building in the corner, so I just took it. I mean, you can have it if you want it. I don't need it anymore.
You don't get to wear a Rancor jacket, and you just don't get to wear a Rancor jacket, okay?
Holy bantha, it's a Rancor jacket?
So these 3 people, one is a Duros, he's got blue skin and red eyes. One of them is a green Nikto, he's got green scaly skin with some horns on it. And the third one is a human with red hair and a beard.
Well, everyone, I only see 2 ways out of this. I can give you the jacket back with my sincerest apologies. No offense meant, and we can part our ways whole and healthy. Or you can be nasty about it, not accept my apology, and possibly not leave here alive. The choice is really up to you, but I'd very much encourage you to just take the jacket and go.
You're trying to coerce them. Okay, roll a coercion check, please.
2 willpower.
I'm giving you a black because you're wearing their colors.
I am wearing their colors. I made them so angry. Sorry, guys. But I'm not so pompous to want to get in a fight at every chance I get.
Mm-hmm.
I don't just want to fight everybody. It's a waste of energy. I like to manage my energy and my time well. And also, if you're just picking a fight at every chance you get, you're more likely to be known, noticed, and then you have a bigger target on your back.
Yeah, they're just looking for a fight at this point.
Yeah.
I think they feel like they've got something to prove.
Yeah. One threat?
You did not coerce them, and one of them starts walking up to you and grabs the jacket that you're still wearing.
Like by the collar?
By the collar.
I really wish you hadn't done that.
Why?
Grab my repulsor fist and smack him right in the face.
Okay, roll that.
Ooh, that was bouncy. Okay, those are a wash. Ugh, those are a wash. Oh wait, no they're not. Yay!
That's a lot of success. What is your repulsor fist damage?
+8.
So the Duros grabs your jacket and you wind your repulsor fist back, and as it makes contact with his face, you can feel the mechanism inside wind back and punch forward. And the Duros goes out like a mote of dust passing through a ray of sunshine into darkness.
As this suddenly dismembered individual collapses before me and his grip loosens from my collar, I glance back at the other 2.
They are just staring, and we're gonna roll some initiative for the remaining 2 people. So for you, it'll be a cool check.
Okay. 2
successes. You're going first.
Okay. I slowly lift my head to look up at the 2 remaining Rancors. Do you really want to go through with this? I'll still give you a chance to run.
It's gonna be another coercion check.
I don't think they're actually gonna run.
So it's 2 green, 2 purple, and you just ended their friends, so you get a boost die.
So 1 threat, 3
advantage.
Not that I needed an advantage when I'm fighting.
No, so they they were not convinced. They liked their friend. They want to avenge him. They still have something to prove here. And they draw their pistols.
I have advantages.
You do, which you can use. Did you want to pass it on as black dice or something?
Oh, yeah, that's fun.
Okay. They normally, in a bar like this, they would have gone for like knives or something.
But they're mad.
Yeah, after what you just did. So the 2 of them draw their pistols. They start backing up towards the wall, putting a little bit of distance between you and them, and they start opening fire at you. Shots go left and right. You see Marnik the Grand drop down behind the counter, and he's out of sight now, and it's your turn.
I decided that joining Marnik behind the counter is probably a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
So I leap backwards over the countertop and land crouched down behind the bar.
Do you want to do an athletics check?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Even though I'm confident I can do it.
And you have some sort of ability tied to athletics.
Enhance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, first let's. Well, okay, what does enhance add?
This.
That's right.
Check.
Mm-hmm. And then
Short distance. Yeah.
And I want
You
dark.
just want to be like cool.
I just want to look cool. That's all it is.
Cool roll.
Well, I mean, yeah, I am a super rad assassin. Okay,
You got your dark.
One dark.
That's a success.
1, 2, 4 successes, 1 threat.
Okay.
Or is that 3 successes?
Well, that's a success too. So 4 successes.
Oh, that's right.
Just 4 successes.
Just 4 successes.
Okay.
Because those cancel each other out.
Tell me what you do.
I leap over the bar, looking pretty rad. Leap backward and land crouched down like a loth cat behind the bar. I felt a strange energy coursing through my body as I leapt over the table.
Yeah.
And when I landed, it felt like a rush of air going through me. I reached behind my back and grabbed my blaster rifle.
So down there, you see Marnik is reaching for a weapon of his own. He's got a little holdout blaster under the counter. You had to wear that jacket.
Sorry, dude. I'll pay you for the damages.
I thought you were a Rancor.
Well, I don't know who these people are. I'm new to town.
Do some research. And he pops up behind the counter and starts shooting at these guys.
I'm feeling a little chastised by Marnik, because he has a good point. Typically, I don't show up so unfamiliar with the area and the gangs in town. So, he has a point. I should have done better. This really is just not going my way.
It's not going his way either. He pops up, takes a couple shots, and hides back down under the counter. These guys are doing things that you can't see right now because
True.
you're hiding behind a counter.
I am hidden behind a counter.
Yeah.
Enjoying the breather.
Yeah.
But they've just been shooting
They have,
non-stop, just
yeah.
ripping the bar to shreds.
Yep.
Glass everywhere.
Yeah.
Booze bottles flying,
Yeah.
exploding.
It's your turn.
Well, I've had enough of hanging out behind the counter. I notice a lull in the shooting,
Mm-hmm.
so I get my blaster rifle ready, and I stand up and take aim.
Okay. As you stand up, you notice that they have flipped a table over and they're behind it now.
How much is the force of a blaster rifle?
You want to try and shoot through the table?
Well, right. That's what I mean.
You're just rolling a setback for their cover.
Okay, got it. Can
Yeah.
I wait for one of them to pop up?
They are periodically popping out, trying to take shots at you.
Okay.
So yeah.
So I start noticing a pattern
Mhm.
to them popping out, taking a shot, and then hiding again.
Yeah.
So I start to count the seconds between each action they're taking, and I time it perfectly.
We'll see how perfectly.
It's gonna be perfect, don't
Okay.
worry. I stand up during a lull when I know they're peeking out trying to take aim. I whip my blaster rifle right at them. I land my sight on the red-bearded human.
Mm-hmm. What kind of weapon do you have?
It's a
real
blaster
quick?
rifle.
We just said blaster rifle.
Yeah, we didn't say anything.
Okay.
It's right-handed, +9 damage, long range, stun setting.
Anything else on it? Just on setting.
Just stun setting.
Okay. Just want to make sure it's like basic and
I think it was just
a
a
sniper
basic.
rifle or something.
No,
Okay.
because you gave me the repulsor fist. You
Yeah.
didn't let me
Uh-huh.
have anything
That's
else
right.
fancy. You only get one nice thing.
And it uses ranged heavy.
Yes.
Okay. Roll your ranged heavy.
Okay.
It's right up at the top.
Oh. Ugh, I don't have any ranks in it.
But your agility is
3
2.
is 2.
So it's 2 green. With a black because they're behind cover.
Yep, that's fair.
And
Can I flip a point for?
yeah, turn it yellow.
Yeah, 1 yellow.
Yep.
Okay, fine. Here we go. Rolling. Those cancel each other out.
A threat.
Fudge.
So popping up like that, you popped something in your back. Take a strain.
I missed my shot by a hair's breadth.
Mm-hmm.
I was so frustrated that I pulled something in my back out of anger. I collapsed back down behind the bar, really miffed. Today is not my day.
No, it's not. As the tough guys pop out from undercover and take a shot at you. It's not their day either.
That's good to know.
They pop out from cover and start firing at you, and their shots all go wide. They're just out of it right now. They can't use their anger in a way that you can, and just adrenaline pumping is making them go all over the place.
Their shots are so bad that I glance over at Marnik and ask him, how long have they been here drinking?
They just got here.
Wow, so they're really just this bad at everything?
I guess.
Well,
Guess
whatever.
that's why they're not around anymore.
Well, fair point. Enough small talk. I ready my blaster rifle, and this time I'm gonna do better. I stand up, take aim,
Mm-hmm.
this time at the little green guy.
Take 1 for aim.
And you gave me 1 black last
They
time.
were behind cover. They're not behind cover anymore.
Oh, okay. Oh, for Pete's sake!
You're not very good at shooting.
What the? Well, no, I used my repulsor fist,
Okay.
man.
So you shoot the table really well, and you have 2 advantages.
The splinters from the table that is now behind both of them shoot into these guys' behinds, and they both yelp and arch their backs and fling their bodies backwards as the shards of the exploded table ram into their butts.
Yeah. And at this point, they are going to run outside. He says to the Nikto, "Come on, Jiv, let's get out of here." And they run out the door. And one of them is going to take a shot back at you as he is leaving.
A pot shot?
Uh-huh. Which he misses.
Cool.
This is the most exciting fight that we've ever played. He misses it, but
it's a little bit comical, really.
only barely, and you have to jump out of the way, taking some more strain.
So they start running out the door. I start to relax and take a deep breath and sigh of relief, thinking that maybe I can finally get back to finding Ruby Whiplash and teaching her a lesson, when the red-bearded human turns around at the last second and takes one last shot at me. Ugh, what an idiot. He shoots so slow and telegraphs every move that I'm able to step aside, but I hear the bullet whiz right past my ear. I shoot the table, and I'm super irritated, even though it's hilarious to see them react to the shards of wood flinging into their backsides. That wasn't my goal. I wanted them dead, not humorously injured. But I'm pleased to see that they smarten up and decide to leave.
You hear their swoop bikes start, and unless you're going after them, you hear them fly away.
Ugh, they're small-time crooks. I don't need to waste my time on them. Turn to the bartender and help him up. Dust off the glass off of his shoulders.
Yeah, you help him up and he starts walking towards his landline comlink. Gotta call the clones. Let them know the Rancors aren't done.
Whoa. I don't think you need to do that. We took care of these guys. The Rancors are done. They're just a couple of hot-headed idiots.
They're supposed to be gone.
Like exterminated?
Yeah, exterminated or jail.
That might explain where I found this coat and how those two got out of jail. There was a burned-out police department. You know anything about that?
That was their base.
The police department?
Yeah, it's been abandoned for a while.
Oh.
Ever since the clones came along, they took over.
Interesting. Well, that solves that mystery. Before you make your call to the clone soldiers, mind giving me a bit of a head start out of here?
Oh, you don't like the clones, huh?
Not a fan.
All right, I'll give you a minute.
All right, well, much appreciated. Sorry about the mess.
You want to help clean it up? You got, any credits? This is kind of your fault.
As I walk out the door, I flick a few coins onto the bar. This should cover most of the damage.
It'll cover something.
Better than nothing. Ta-ta now.
Walk out into Little Onderon. The streets are abandoned at this time of night. The buildings here don't look like they're in the best repair. It looks like maybe it was once a nice neighborhood, but it's sort of on a bit of an economic downturn at the moment. Nothing in the nearby neighborhood is open. No lights are on, except the street lights.
I keep walking deeper into Little Onderon and weave through different alleys and streets until I'm pretty sure it would be difficult to find me or track me if anyone's on my tail.
At some point, you see a clone trooper police cruiser go by with its sirens on.
I press back against the alley wall and find some shadows to hide in while it passes. Then I go in the opposite direction of where it went.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that no one's followed me. I feel pretty secure right now. So I take a break, and it dawns on me that because I have a clone trooper datapad, I can look into the records of all registered droids that are currently in Coruscant.
That sounds like a light side point.
Why is that a light side point?
That's a big...
I know, it's pretty cool.
All right.
So I'm going to flip over a light side point and search the droid database, looking for that serial number I saw on the droid in the video.
Oh, you saw the serial number in the video?
Yeah, didn't you say that?
No.
What did you say I saw about it?
Mark.
Like a brand?
So, like a logo or something. Probably painted on by the droid's owner or the droid itself if it is its own owner.
Is that the kind of thing that would be noted in...
Maybe.
Okay. Well, it's not an uncommon droid, so I can narrow my search down.
As far as assassin droids go, it's not uncommon. There are probably very few registered assassin droids. You might get lucky.
I might get lucky. I'm banking on luck tonight, because something's got to go my way.
Yeah.
So I start searching through the database.
Okay. Roll a computers check.
I don't have computers.
I know you don't have computers, but you've got intellect.
True.
You have 3?
3 intellect.
Yeah, you're somehow very smart.
I am very smart.
Yeah.
Everything's just been going wrong.
Yeah.
It hasn't been my fault.
Uh-huh. So, not your fault at all. You just put that jacket on without asking any questions about the Rancor.
I needed a disguise.
Okay, so it's going to be 3 greens for your intellect. It's going to be 2 purples because it's a big database.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get a blue because you're using an official device. You got anything else you want to throw in there?
I'm pretty confident that I know this droid from somewhere, so I feel like I'll be able to recognize its serial number when I see it, just because I know this is familiar. Even though I can't pull it off the top of my head, the name or serial number of this droid, I know it from somewhere.
Yeah.
So I think that any unique markings in any list, I'll recognize them.
Okay.
Any unique identifiers.
Go for it.
Okay. Finally.
Is it though?
Yeah, I have at least some
No,
advantages.
It's just advantages.
Yeah,
So
that's something.
It's an IS series assassin droid. There are only 2 planet right now. They're both in this area.
Who are they registered to?
One is registered to Thassa Ver, an Ishitib businessman, owner of Grabo's secondhand hands. And the other one is registered independent, like an independent droid.
What was the first name?
Thassa Ver.
Thassa Ver sounds like somebody I'd like to visit later, but just to upgrade my repulsor fist, doesn't sound like the person with the droid that I'm looking for. But
It's not the droid you're looking for?
It's not the droid I'm looking for, but an unregistered droid, huh? An unidentified owner. That sounds like a really obvious tell that Ruby Whiplash would give.
Well, it's like it owns itself.
That's unlikely.
Depends on how you feel about that sort of thing.
I don't feel good about it.
Yeah?
I feel like
You feel like droids need to be owned?
Droids need to be controlled.
Okay. So, yeah, you get 2 IS series models. No location on that second one, though.
How do I know they're in the area?
That's a great question. Thassa Ver definitely owns Grabo's secondhand hands, which is directly up from you right now.
Mm-hmm.
The other one has a registered address, but it is encrypted information that you would have to be a higher rank of clone trooper to get.
Can I use my Seek?
Roll a seek check.
Okay, what do I do for that?
You're just rolling the force die. You're hoping for 2 black.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That is...
Yeah.
Nope, 1 black.
1 black.
Yeah, I don't really know where to go from here.
Mm-hmm.
Feel a little stuck.
Okay. Do you have streetwise?
Yep.
Okay.
2 streetwise, 2 cunning.
So that'd be 2 yellows.
Mm-hmm.
Roll average, so 2 purples. That's a success and an advantage. Finally a success.
Yay!
All the alleys and stuff that you went down, you didn't really pay too close attention to what you were passing, but you find yourself in an area now that it is very likely that there would be some sort of droid repair shop nearby, and it would not be difficult for you to find. And that might be a place to start.
I decide to go back to the droid repair shop and see if I can ask a few questions. It's pretty early in the morning, but I'm hoping that they get an early start around here.
Yeah, so it's about 4:30 with all your hiding and attempting to seek.
Yes.
So you spotted a droid repair shop and you backtrack a little bit and end up at Arjax Droid Surplus.
I like it. Arjax. Arjax Droid Surplus. Arjax must be the proprietor. So I open the door and walk through.
Oh, it's locked.
Oh, he's not
open
in?
yet. It's very early.
Well, yeah, but I was hoping they had an early start. So am I just going to hang out here till they open?
The front door is locked. You can see in the window there are some deactivated R2 units as like display models around droid parts up on racks and walls, but it is dark inside. Looking closer, you notice that above the store, there are lights on in the apartment.
I walk around the back,
Mm-hmm.
and I notice a back staircase leading up to the top apartment above the store.
A fire escape.
Climb up the fire escape, and I'm not really up to anything criminal. I just want to get some answers, and I don't really have time to wait. So I just knock on the fire escape window.
Okay. So you knock on the window, and looking in, you see a Wookiee stepping out of a shower.
No. It's not a Wookiee.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it looks at you. It like bends over and looks at you and growls something and grabs a towel and starts wrapping it around itself.
I'm a little uncomfortable seeing a naked Wookiee. Poor thing. So I kind of just wave awkwardly and say, hi, can I ask you some questions? You're not Ajax, are you?
First of all, it's Arjax, and they respond with a growl and pull down the shade real quick.
Well, that got off to a good start. I knock on the window again. Just a couple taps. I don't want him to feel like I'm being aggressive.
The shade slowly moves to the side.
Hi. It's me again. So sorry to bother you. I really have some important questions, though. Are you Arjax? Do you own the store below?
The Wookiee responds with a grunt.
Do I understand him?
It's a great question. Do you want to roll xenology?
I feel like I would. Yeah, I probably should. I don't have anything in xenology.
Defaults to intellect.
3.
Wookiee is difficult, so we're going to make it 3 purple.
Ugh.
We're going to give you a boost because you are well-traveled.
Okay.
You got 3 green.
3 green.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a blank purple. There are these dice. Well, okay, well that cancels that out. That's nothing there. So I have 3 advantages and 2 threats.
Yeah, so you have an advantage. You don't speak Wookiee.
But I have an advantage.
Yeah. What's your advantage?
The datapad has a translator on it.
Oh, okay. You notice that the datapad has a translator on it. It's like an app, and you push the button, and a droid voice speaks up.
Hello, how may I be of service?
Is that what you just said to me, Arjax?
Please repeat your query.
It's a very simple program.
Translate Wookiee?
Yes.
Wow, man. These clone troopers really need to have a bigger app budget. I'm sorry, sir. Could you please repeat that? I hold the datapad closer to the window so that the Wookiee can speak into it.
The Wookiee repeats his grunts, and the droid translates.
Yes, I'm Arjaka.
Oh, great. Hello, Arjaka. I'm really sorry to bother you like this. It's such an clearly inopportune time, but I have some really pressing questions about a specific droid that I'm looking for. Would you mind helping me out a bit? I've had a really rough day.
We're not open yet. Please wait up front.
Okay, if I have to. I don't want to tick
That'll
off
be
a Wookiee.
quick.
Thank you, I appreciate the hustle. I don't want to tick off a Wookiee, so I just climb back down the fire escape and go back to the front of the store and wait for him to come downstairs and unlock.
The Wookiee seemed like kind of eager for business, and a few minutes go by, and you hear really loud noise from upstairs, and you see the back door open through the shop, and the lights go on, and you see the Wookiee, and his hair is sort of fluffy.
He blow-dried himself.
Blow-dried himself. He walks up to the front, unlocks the door, and opens it for you.
I see Arjaka and I chuckle to myself as I think that now I understand why people call Wookiees a walking carpet sometimes. Arjaka cordially ushers me into his store, and I walk inside and he shuts the door behind me.
Yeah.
There's a cute little welcome bell that tinkles
It makes
as the
sort
door
of an
closes.
R2 droid. Yeah. And Arjaka sits behind what looks like a work table, lots of tools and nuts and bolts and stuff on it, and gets comfortable in his work chair and lets you stand.
I walk over to him and thank him again for coming down so quickly and opening the store early for me. I have been looking for an assassination droid. It looks like this, and I show him an image that I'd cropped to only display the droid from the video footage.
The Wookiee's eyebrows area, the top of his head furls, and your droid translates his growls.
I don't deal in assassin droids.
That's unfortunate. Any chance that anybody brought a droid like this into you? And, I mean, you don't have to have worked on it. I'm just really trying to find the person who owns this droid.
How are you going about this? Are you
Trying to be
straightforward?
Trying
or...
to be polite and cordial
Uh-huh.
and give enough information for him to know I'm not trying to coerce him at all.
Yeah.
But you never want to piss off a Wookiee.
You don't.
So I'm trying to keep him happy, but I also really need this information.
Yeah. The Wookiee says,
That he's not allowed to work on that sort of droid, and he wouldn't be able to give you any information on it.
he gives you a significant look.
I see. Do you know of anyone who would? Well, if he can't tell me, somebody here has to work on assassination droids.
He says that he can't tell you about any places in the Blacklight District that may or may not deal in this sort of thing. He couldn't mention a place that he knows of. He just can't say anything.
What a bummer.
I mean, if you were a customer, maybe.
Ah, I see. And I wink at him and say, what a bummer you can't help me. I've been in the market for a new protocol droid. You know, something to help with translating and such. Got any of those lying around?
Arjak grunts and stands up. Now that you're willing to purchase something, he's opened up a lot. He stands up and walks you towards where the protocol droids are. At this point, with all the lights on, the droids are just moving around a little bit. You see that they have little restraining bolts on to keep them in place and sort of docile. He's got a shiny silver protocol droid. He's got a dark gunmetalish droid with a bug face. He's got a shiny gold protocol droid, and then he's got lots of protocol droid parts.
What sort of budget do we have?
I roll my eyes as I follow our Jack over to the protocol droids. Of course I'm going to have to drop some money down to loosen his tongue. Whatever, it's the price of doing business. He shows me a display of droids, and I don't really care. I don't actually want one of these things. It was just the cheapest thing I could think of that I could buy real quickly to get him to talk. So I picked the basic silver one. That looks like something I'd need.
He shows you the TC model, shiny silver protocol droid, 3,300 credits.
Oh, for Pete's sake. I mean, what a fair price indeed. I cough up the money, because I need to get this droid bought and get out of here.
Really?
Yeah, why?
No, just fine.
Is that a ton of money?
You're gonna go cheaper.
No, I just want to go.
Okay.
And I have a ton of money. I'm a very skilled assassin.
Did we figure out how much money you had?
We never did, actually.
Okay.
I'm loaded, though, because I would be.
Loaded.
I would be.
Okay, alright.
Very good.
TC-42 is now yours. He hands you the remote for the restraining bolt and has you fill out some paperwork.
I get through the paperwork as quickly as possible, throw it in the pen, and say, okay, cool. So, anything you know about these assassination droids?
There is a place
The TC droid is translating for you now.
in the Blacklight District where that sort of droid is commonly purchased, and that would be your best place. It is 2 blocks behind Misty Mardigan's.
Finally. Thank you so much for all of your help, Arjaka. It's been a pleasure doing business with you.
Anytime.
I leave as
The
quickly
droid
as possible.
translates, and the droid slowly walks behind you.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
Shuffles, you might say.
I get so irritated waiting for it that I just go over, pick it up, and throw it over my shoulder. Carry it out the door.
Are you going to just bring this droid with you now?
Yep, it's my droid. I paid good money for it.
Alright, hold on. You have a droid now.
I do.
You need droid stats.
Thank you.
Yeah, because now you can, do things.
I know! I can make my droid do smarty things. Hello, protocol droid. I make it outside of Arjaka's place,
Yes.
and I ask the protocol droid to show me a map. Can they project things?
They cannot.
Okay. I asked the protocol droid if they know the area, if they have a map downloaded of the area.
Yes.
How far away?
What do you want this protocol droid's voice to be like?
I want it to be a woman
Okay.
and very monotone and low pitched.
Okay.
Like a dark robotic monotone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Silky.
Mm-hmm.
Something silky.
So you're making me be a dark, robotic, monotone, silky woman.
Correct.
Okay.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. I thought you needed a challenge. Actually, I'm just getting exacting my revenge on you. Not that you had anything to do with my bad rolls, but I'm blaming you anyway as
my
the
dice.
GM.
Yeah.
They're your dice, exactly.
I
So it is
weighted
your
them,
fault.
so
So I asked my protocol droid, TC.
Mhm.
TC, how far away is Misty Mardigan's bar? It's not a bar. It is a bar.
it is a bar.
It is 2 levels below us.
Excellent. That's not far at all. Great. Thanks, TC. TC, can you keep up, please? As I start walking, TC starts shuffling slowly behind me.
My servos cannot compete with Caloran anatomy.
Oh, my heavens. Do you mean to say I'm going to have to throw you over my shoulder again if we want to move quickly?
That or take a speeder.
I pull out my comm device and call for a taxi.
A convertible blue taxi pulls up.
Ugh! Are you the only taxi in all of Coruscant?
And as it pulls up, you see that the driver is a Doug.
Oh. Sorry. My bad.
Hey, where are we going?
Can you take me to Misty Mardigan's, please?
Yeah, you got it. And the taxi takes off and heads down 2 levels to the Blacklight District. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Coruscant Nights.
Thank you to Nick Skowron for supplying us with our lovely ambient soundscapes. You can find more of Nick's audio experimentation at pro-am.bandcamp.com.
Want more Coruscant Nights? Find us on Twitter at Coruscant Night, on Instagram at Coruscant Nights, and follow us on Twitch for periodic live stream shows. Email us at coruscantnightspod@gmail.com.
Enjoying Coruscant Nights and want to help us grow? Please rate and review on iTunes or wherever else you get your podcasts.
You can help even more by supporting us on Patreon. On Patreon, you'll find all sorts of extras, from bonus episodes and outtakes to character cards, stats, and artwork. For only $3 a month, you'll get access to our recorded world-building sessions. In this ongoing campaign, we follow a clone trooper named Lucky on his quest to stop crime in the lower levels of Coruscant. Stop by patreon.com/Coruscant Nights to see all the great stuff we've got to offer.